God says, "Beloved soul, there are certain days in life that carry a different kind of energy, even if you cannot immediately explain why. They begin like any other day, yet somewhere within your heart there is a quiet feeling that something meaningful is about to unfold. It is not loud or overwhelming, but gentle and calm, as if life itself is inviting you to pay a little more attention to the present moment." God says that many people move through their days without noticing these subtle moments. They rush through routines, focus on worries, and carry thoughts from the past into the present. Yet within each day there exists a unique opportunity, a chance to experience something new, to understand something deeper, or to feel a sense of peace that was not there before. Beloved soul, today is one of those days. Not because something dramatic must happen, but because your awareness is being invited to shift. When you begin your day with a calm and open heart, you allow yourself to notice the small moments that bring meaning into your life. God says that sometimes the biggest change does not come from external events but from the way you choose to see your experiences. A simple moment can feel extraordinary when you are present enough to appreciate it. A conversation can feel meaningful when you truly listen. Even a quiet pause can bring clarity when you allow your thoughts to settle. Beloved soul, there may be something in your life right now that you are thinking about deeply. A decision, a feeling, or a situation that requires your attention. You may be trying to move forward quickly, hoping to resolve it without taking the time to fully understand it. God says that reflection is not a delay. It is a form of guidance. When you take a moment to pause before acting, you allow yourself to see things more clearly. You begin to understand your thoughts, your emotions, and the possible outcomes of your choices. Beloved soul, your journey is not meant to be rushed. Each step you take carries meaning, and every decision shapes the path ahead of you. When you move forward with awareness, you create a sense of balance that allows your life to unfold more peacefully. God says that today holds the potential for something beautiful, not because everything will suddenly change, but because you are being given an opportunity to approach your day with clarity and intention. When you choose to slow down and reflect, you begin to notice how your experiences connect and how your choices influence your journey. Beloved soul, there is strength in taking a moment to listen to yourself. Your thoughts and feelings carry insight, and when you acknowledge them, you gain a deeper understanding of what truly matters to you. God says that every day brings a new chance to grow, to learn, and to see your life from a fresh perspective. The beauty of today lies in the possibility that you can approach it differently, with patience, awareness, and a willingness to reflect. Beloved soul, allow yourself to move through this day with calm intention. There is no need to rush or to force outcomes. Trust that when you take a moment to understand your path, the decisions you make will feel more aligned with who you are. God says that your journey continues to unfold, and each moment offers a new opportunity to experience clarity and peace. Today is simply a reminder that something meaningful can appear when you choose to be present. God says, beloved soul, there are times when something meaningful is already present in your life, yet it remains unnoticed because your attention is focused somewhere else. You may be thinking about what has already passed, or worrying about what has not yet arrived, and in doing so, you unintentionally miss what is quietly unfolding right in front of you. This does not happen because you are unaware, but because life often moves so quickly that it becomes easy to overlook the subtle details that carry deeper meaning. God says that today carries a gentle invitation for you to shift your awareness. Not to change everything at once, but simply to notice what is already there. There may be a moment, a conversation, or even a thought that holds more significance than you realize. When you allow yourself to slow down and observe, you begin to see how these small details connect to something larger within your journey. Beloved soul, sometimes the most important realizations come not from big events but from quiet understanding. You may notice a pattern in your thoughts, a feeling that repeats itself, or a situation that seems familiar. These are not random experiences. They are reflections of your inner awareness, guiding you to look a little deeper. God says that what you may be overlooking is not something distant or complicated. It is something simple, yet meaningful. It may be the way you are approaching a decision, the way you are interpreting a situation, or even the way you are speaking to yourself in your own thoughts. These small details shape your experience more than you might realize. Beloved soul, there may be a part of you that is ready to understand something new, but it requires your attention. When you give yourself the space to reflect, you begin to notice how your thoughts influence your feelings and how your feelings influence your actions. This awareness helps you move forward with greater clarity. God says that reflection allows you to see beyond the surface. Instead of reacting quickly, you begin to respond with intention. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you begin to feel more in control of your choices. This shift may seem small at first, but it carries the potential to change the way you experience your day. Beloved soul, think about how often you move from one moment to the next without truly pausing. You complete tasks, you make decisions, and you continue forward, yet rarely do you stop to ask yourself what you truly feel or what truly matters in that moment. Today is an opportunity to change that pattern. God says that when you begin to notice the present moment with awareness, you discover that there is more depth to your experiences than you once realized. Even the simplest moments can carry meaning when you allow yourself to fully experience them. Beloved soul, what you may be overlooking is not a mistake or something to feel concerned about. It is simply an invitation to become more present. When you become present, you begin to see your life more clearly, and the path ahead starts to feel less uncertain. God says that every moment holds the potential for understanding. You do not need to search far for clarity. It often appears when you take a step back and allow yourself to observe your thoughts and surroundings with calm attention. Beloved soul, as you continue through this day, allow yourself to slow down just enough to notice what is around you and within you. There may be a feeling, an idea, or a realization that begins to take shape when you give it your attention. God says that the beauty of today lies in the possibility of awareness. When you choose to be present, you open the door to understanding, and that understanding has the power to gently guide your next steps. God says, beloved soul, there comes a moment in your journey when something within you begins to shift in a quiet yet powerful way. It is not always something you can immediately describe, but you feel it. A sense of awareness begins to grow, and suddenly the things that once felt unclear start to take on new meaning. This is the moment when realization begins to form, not through force or urgency, but through calm understanding. God says that this realization often arrives after you have taken the time to pause and reflect. When you step back from the constant movement of your thoughts and allow yourself to observe your experiences, you begin to notice patterns that were always there but never fully understood. You see how certain choices led to certain outcomes, how certain feelings guided your actions, and how your journey has been shaping you step by step. Beloved soul, there may have been times when you felt uncertain about what you were doing or where you were going. You may have questioned your decisions, wondering if you were moving in the right direction. Yet now, as this realization begins to grow within you, you start to understand that each step you took carried purpose, even if that purpose was not clear at the time. God says that understanding your journey does not require you to have all the answers at once. It simply requires you to be open to seeing your experiences from a new perspective. When you allow yourself to do this, you begin to feel a sense of peace that replaces the confusion you once carried. Beloved soul, this realization is not about changing who you are. It is about recognizing who you have been becoming all along. The lessons you have learned, the strength you have developed, and the awareness you have gained are all part of this transformation. God says that when you reach this point of understanding, your decisions begin to feel more aligned. You no longer feel the need to rush or to force outcomes. Instead, you move forward with a quiet confidence, trusting that each step will lead you where you need to go. Beloved soul, there is something powerful about seeing your life with clarity. It allows you to release the weight of past doubts and to embrace the present moment with a sense of calm. You begin to understand that not every moment needs to be perfect in order to have meaning. God says that this realization also changes the way you see the future. Instead of feeling uncertain or overwhelmed, you begin to feel open to the possibilities ahead. You trust that your journey will continue to unfold in a way that brings growth and understanding. Beloved soul, the awareness you are experiencing now is something that has been building within you over time. It is the result of your willingness to reflect, to learn, and to grow. And as it continues to develop, it will guide you toward choices that feel more aligned with your true self. God says that the beauty of this moment is not in having everything figured out. It is in recognizing that you are moving forward with greater clarity than before. This clarity becomes your guide, helping you navigate your path with confidence and peace. Beloved soul, take a moment to acknowledge this shift within you. Recognize the understanding that is beginning to take shape and allow yourself to appreciate how far you have come. This is not the end of your journey, it is simply a new way of seeing it. God says that as you continue moving forward, this realization will continue to grow stronger. It will help you make decisions that feel right, to trust yourself more deeply, and to approach each moment with a sense of calm awareness. Beloved soul, trust that this understanding is leading you toward something meaningful. The path ahead is still unfolding, and each step you take will continue to bring new moments of clarity and peace. God says, beloved soul, as this message reaches its final moment, there is a quiet understanding that begins to settle within you. It is not loud or overwhelming, but gentle and steady, like a calm wave that brings everything into balance. The thoughts that once felt scattered, Begin to align, and the uncertainty that once filled your mind begins to fade into a softer, more peaceful awareness. You start to feel that this day is not something you need to rush through, but something you are meant to experience with presence and intention. God says that the beauty of this day has never been hidden from you. It has always been there, waiting for you to notice it. It exists in the way you choose to approach your moments, in the way you allow yourself to think, and in the way you respond to the experiences that come your way. When you carry awareness into your day, even the simplest moments begin to feel meaningful. Beloved soul, you are now standing at a point in your journey where you can choose how you move forward. You can carry the weight of confusion, or you can step into clarity with a calm and open heart. This choice does not require effort or struggle. It simply requires awareness, a willingness to see your life as it is and to move forward with understanding. God says that clarity does not mean everything is perfectly understood. It means that you trust yourself enough to take the next step without fear. It means that you allow your journey to unfold without constantly questioning whether you are doing everything right. When you move forward with this mindset, you create a sense of peace that stays with you throughout your day. Beloved soul, think about how different your day feels when your mind is calm. The same situations, the same responsibilities, and the same surroundings begin to feel lighter when you are not carrying unnecessary thoughts. This is the power of clarity. It changes not what happens around you, but how you experience it. God says that the moment you begin to trust your path, everything starts to feel more aligned. You stop searching for constant reassurance, and instead you begin to rely on your own understanding. This trust becomes your strength, guiding you through each decision with quiet confidence. Beloved soul, the message you have followed through these parts has been leading you to this moment. A moment where you realize that you already carry the awareness you need. The answers you were searching for are not far away, they are forming within you through your reflections and your experiences. God says that as you continue through this day, allow yourself to remain present. Notice your thoughts, your feelings, and the way you respond to each moment. There is no need to rush or to force anything. When you move with calm awareness, your actions naturally align with your understanding. Beloved soul, the journey ahead of you still holds many opportunities for growth, connection, and meaning. Each new moment carries the potential to deepen your understanding and to bring you closer to the clarity you are building within yourself. God says that peace is not something you need to search for outside yourself. It is something you create when you choose to trust your journey and move forward with awareness. This peace becomes a constant presence, guiding you through both calm and challenging moments. Beloved soul, take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the calm that is beginning to settle within you. This calm is a reflection of your understanding, a sign that you are moving forward with greater awareness than before. God says that this is not the end of your journey. It is simply the beginning of a new way of experiencing it. A way where you trust yourself, where you move with clarity, and where you allow each moment to unfold naturally. Beloved soul, carry this understanding with you as you move forward. Let it guide your thoughts, your actions, and your decisions. The path ahead is open, and with each step you take, you continue to create a life that feels more aligned, more peaceful, and more meaningful. If this message touched your heart, type Amen in the comments and share this message with someone who may need a moment of peace and clarity today.